Welcome back to Mac Music Review. Oh, it feels crooked, bro. I freaking hate this thing, man. I hate this freaking setup at this freaking house. Let's see. It's fine. It's fine. Today we were asking the age-old question, is Foxtrot by Genesis a 5-star album? And because the music review website AllMusic, which I use in a lot of these is it 5-star, is this or that segments, a lot of them come from AllMusic. Because AllMusic likes to give old music 5 stars. They've given 3 Genesis albums a 5-star review. This one, Selling England by the Pound, and The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. And I thought this would be a fun one to talk about because it's not my favorite Genesis album, and it's a lot easier to talk about than The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway because that album is massive. This is a huge album, but that album is massive and very difficult to tackle and talk about. But I can sort of talk about this one. Foxtrot is one of the first Genesis albums. I don't know exactly where it falls in their discography. I'm not a Genesis expert. I wanted to do this video with my good friend who is a Genesis fan, a very big Genesis fan, but he didn't respond to my message. I was like, hey man, you wanna talk about Foxtrot by Genesis? And he didn't respond to my message. That was a couple days ago. It's kind of awkward because I'm not by any means a Genesis expert. I don't listen to Genesis that much, but I know this is one of their early albums, and I know that it has their most legendary song on it at the tail end of the record, the very last song, Supper's Ready, which is a 23-minute long prog rock epic, one of the probably the most legendary prog rock song ever made. And don't ask me to define what prog is, because the best words I can use to describe it, which are not totally accurate, is it's very, very long, ambitious music from the 70s that is just very musically adventurous, very lyrically adventurous. It's what Pink Floyd is. It's what this is. It's what Genesis is. These very long, overblown songs, ambitious concepts, and ambitious lyrical content that tells stories like this album does. And those are just some things about prog rock that I know. You know, from the 70s. There isn't, I don't know of any 80s prog. I really don't know much about prog in general, actually. This album kicks off with the huge, epic Watcher of the Skies. This is an awesome song. Watcher of the Skies has this very kind of drony instrumental intro, the first few seconds of the song, first minute, and it's so cool. It really hypes you up. The way the song builds and climaxes and changes and shifts, and it's just an awesome song. It's a really, really cool, epic feeling song. Timetable is the next track, and dude, it kind of sounds like something from the Undertale soundtrack, and I absolutely love that about it. It has a very strong throwback, kind of nostalgic vibe going on with the instrumentation, and it's a really, really cool song, one of the best on the album, even though the album only has 6 songs. This is a huge highlight, and I feel like a lot of these songs are kind of lost in the Genesis discography because this album is really most famous just for having Supper's Ready on it, even though, I mean, and Get 'Em Out by Friday. That's another popular song from the album. But these other songs are kind of lost, which is a shame because these first 2 tracks are really, really something special and really great. Speaking of Get 'Em Out by Friday, I think the one flaw with this album is this song. This, to me, I think the length of all of these songs is intentional. Like, Watcher of the Skies is a song with multiple phases, and it all feels very purposeful and good. But Get 'Em Out by Friday is a song that always has me checking my phone. I kept doing this, like, halfway through the song because there's kind of a lull. And I'm not saying that any part of the song necessarily is bad, but the length feels unnecessary. Like, I feel like this would be a better song if it was shorter. I know my friend would probably disagree with me on that. You can message me after this video, after you and tell me why that song is great if you think it's great, because I'm sure he's gonna watch. I'm sure you're watching this. Anyway. It's still a good song, but I think it's the worst song on the album, and it just feels like the length is not justified. Fortunately, things pick back up with Can Utility and the Coastliners, a very interesting song that is not my favorite. It's probably my second least favorite song in the album, but that's not saying much because it's still a very, very good song, very well made, very cool, very interesting lyrics, and just the whole thing is just very well done. And then Horizons. Dude, this is an instrumental track that is the build up to Supper's Ready. And I actually like this song more than Supper's Ready. Supper's Ready is an amazing song. Don't get me wrong. It's legendary. It's epic. It's huge. It's a story. It's a journey. It's an experience. But Horizons is so beautiful. It is such a pretty, beautiful piece of music that I just absolutely love. And it's you know, every time I get to that part of the album, I've listened to this album several times in preparation for this review because I knew it would be kind of tough to talk about. It's a big album. It's a lot to take in. But this song is so different from the rest of the album, so different from the rest of Genesis's discography. Just having a very, you know, a small moment, you know, it's under 2 minutes long. Just them being able to do something slow and do something beautiful and just have this, just let the music sink in as it's, you know, fully instrumental. And dude, I love this song. To be completely honest, I'm not gonna, I can't talk about Supper's Ready and do it justice because it's a massive song and it's a kind of song that I really should just do a whole video on. I could do like a 15-minute long video analysis of Supper's Ready, which I don't want to do. Even then, I don't think I would do it justice. But it's a great song. You'll just have to take my word for it. I mean, you can listen to this. I do recommend you check it out, but it's not easy to listen to. It's a very demanding song, but to me it's so interesting, and the narrative of the song is so engaging and has so many different parts to it and transitions. It really is just an amazing, epic song, and I think it is a fantastic way to end what I think is already a really great, amazing album. I mean, I would say that this is a great album that is pushed to the line of amazing by Supper's Ready. Like, everything that comes before it, great. And you get to Supper's Ready, and it, like, makes the album. It's, like, almost half of the album's runtime. Like, yeah, it is. It literally is. The album's 15 minutes. The song is 23 minutes long. It's almost half of the runtime. And it really pushes the album over the edge into something really, really special and really, really amazing. And I think this really is an amazing album. I don't think it's perfect. I can't give it a perfect score because Get 'Em Out by Friday, just to me, it's like in the middle of the song. It's like, it feels too long. Like, it should have been like 4 minutes long. It should be half as long as it is. And then Can Utility isn't the best song ever made. I think it is a great song, but it's, you know, it's not, you know, it's not as good as the other songs on the album. But still, hey, amazing album. I'm going to give it a 4.5 star rating out of 5. What do you think of Genesis? This is a band that I don't think I'd ever, until I met the friend I've mentioned, who's a diehard Genesis fan. I don't think I've ever heard of Genesis. I didn't even know these guys existed. And when I listened to Genesis, it sort of opened a can of worms that led to other prog bands I've never heard of, like Yes, who are awesome. I've never even heard of them until, you know, I listened to Genesis, and through them, I guess, heard of Yes. And the show JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Roundabout is used in the outro. Amazing song. Amazing song. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you have a great rest of your day.